What's good, sports gamers? There are many ways to call plays in NBA 2K24, but the consistency of doing it every time up the court can be tiresome. So I'm going to go over all the ways to call plays quicker and help you run them more efficiently to beat your opponents in NBA 2K24. So alright, let's get it. Now to run a play as the ball handler, you want to hit LB or L1 on your controller to bring up the player's icons. Then hit the icon of the player you want to call the play for. Now when you do that, it will give you access to a whole different menu that will start you off with 3 basic actions you can run for him, which are post-ups, tell him to cut to the basket, and to receive an off-ball screen. And only post-ups, due to how fast you can get into it, and receive screen, which you can beat on and off-ball players with, are useful. Telling them to cut this way is only useful on fast breaks as they dive right down the middle to the hoop. Otherwise, you can tell players to cut to the basket in other ways that you can check out in other videos. Now repeating, hitting LB or LT and then your player's icon and then R2 or RT on your controller puts you into your player's specific plays he's able to run in that team's playbook. Each player has a max of 4 play types he's able to run, and depending on the play type, he'll have way more plays he's able to run than another player. Like if you have access to the team's pick and roll plays, that fills up your pages real quick. And also, better players will have more variety in play types to run, opposed to a one-dimensional guy who only, for example, has 3-point plays, so it ends up like being 2 pages. Now in your settings, you can change how the play call you selected diagram is shown to you on the floor when you run the play, by going into your coach settings and then down to play vision display. And again, here you're just telling the game how you want the play to be shown to you. If you set it to light, this tells you where you need to stand to start the play, the landmark you need to get to as the ball handler, and where the screens and what kind of screens are happening on the court on or off ball. If you set it to full, it removes the icons above the player's head and in detail puts it on the court, telling you what actions are happening and where the players are going and where you need to be going as well. And light and full, which is pretty self-explanatory, gives you a combination of both. It's up to you which one you prefer here. Now if you don't want to have to manually select play calls by going into each individual player's pages, there are 2 fun ways for you to run plays as well. You can set it so plays will be ran automatically, which can be a big help against off-ball guys. And you do this by switching your offense play calling to auto, so the computer will call the plays for you. And then adjusting the play call slider to your desired number. If you want the computer to just call plays all the time up the court, set it to 100 here. The pros of doing this is, again, a play will be called every time up the court as much as you set the slider to. And on fast breaks, the game will give you time to attack first before getting into the play call, so you get 2 cracks at it. Another way to call plays quicker is to get familiar with your favorite plays, which you bring up by hitting left on your D-pad. And if you haven't touched this before, you will have access to 16 different basic actions you can run with as little as 2 button presses and up to 7. This can help aggregate all your favorite plays for different players all on one screen and help dig out the plays that are buried deep on a player's page. Some of these default actions can get you into some instant offense, like pass and screen away. You pass to either of the guys on the perimeter and your guy will do an off-ball screen for the player you didn't pass to, for example. Now if you go into your offensive settings and down to play selection, they break it down between starters and bench players, where you can change 8 plays apiece by hitting X or A on your controller, and then selecting the play you want to change by highlighting it and hitting X or A again for each unit, totaling the 16 you see when you're on the court. And then you have access to every play in your team's playbook to make a favorite play. The first 5 plays will be on the first page, and the next 3 for the starters will be the first 3 plays on the second page, and the bench guys will fill out the rest. So line it up from your favorite to least favorite, as the first ones you'll be able to access quicker. And if you want to start from scratch, just hit square or X over every play to clear the slate. And the cool thing here is if you hit triangle or Y over a specific play, you're able to assign a player to have run that play even if it's not in his play type. So if you want to run a pick and roll with Holmgren as the ball handler, go over a pick and roll play, hit triangle or Y, and then select him for that play. So alright sports gamers, I hope this video was able to help you out. And if you like the content we provide, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so you don't miss anything we put out. Alright people, I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching, and be good y'all.